What's going on, Buffs Nation? Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday, a wonderful start to your weekend if you're watching this later. I thought today I would get back to doing some of my positional group previews, depth chart predictions, breakdowns, all of that. Of course, before I get started, please hit that like and let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're building something special here, so let's get into it. Colorado, if you're including Travis Hunter, has 13 scholarship wide receivers right now on the roster. 6 of those will be entering their first year of college football, and I like them a lot. We'll talk about them here later, but the guys that I think we'll see get significant playing time early, of course, we're talking about the guys we've talked about for a while now: Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn, Xavier Weaver, both of those guys coming over from University of South Florida. And I would expect them to kind of be those first 3 primary guys. However, as we know, Sean Lewis does like to spread it out. He likes to get a handful of wide receivers in there. There's going to be a lot of rotation being up-tempo. And there is a big-bodied wide receiver that can still run at a fast rate. It still has great speed, especially for his size. And that is Javon Antonio. I'll link in the comments a highlight breakdown that Vibe Season did on him, as well as an interview Life in Football did with him recently. But Javon Antonio, I think that he could probably be that fourth guy. It's going to be a competition between him and Willie Gains. Now, Willie Gains is a totally different type of receiver, a little bit smaller, shiftier, a little bit more speed, quickness, agility, all of that. But regardless of how that depth chart breaks down at like the 4 or 5, I think you're going to see those 5 receivers get the bulk of the targets on the year from Xavier Sanders. We're going to be throwing a lot. Again, we got school records to break. Xavier does. We got wins to get. This team does. And we're going to do that with Xavier's arm. Now, there are a couple other speedsters that have come in here that haven't gotten a ton of playing time yet. One is Jaylen Ellis. He's kind of battled injuries. We're hoping that a change of scenery for him is going to be what's needed for him to stay on the field and really show that 4.3 speed that he has, where he can really stretch the field. And then we also got Auburn transfer Tavarish Dawson. Again, he hasn't had much time at Auburn either, but man, you turn on the tape, he is shifty. He is blazing speed. Again, this is a theme with this wide receiver core. They're shifty. They have speed. Again, these guys aren't the tallest outside of maybe Javon Antonio, Xavier Weaver, and Travis Hunter. I think are all over 6 feet. But this wide receiver core is going to bring a lot of speed. Now we're looking at the freshmen that are coming in this fall. We got Isaiah Harge coming over from St. Thomas Aquinas. We got Adam Hopkins coming over here from the state of Georgia. We have Omari Miller coming over here from Louisiana. We have Asad Wasim also coming over here from the state of Florida. Jacob Page coming over here from Tennessee. And who's starting the modern day pipeline, Jordan Onavue coming over here again from California modern day. Now, some of these guys like Adam Hopkins, Omari Miller, Jordan Onavue, they're big-bodied wide receivers. They're going to be able to win these contested catch battles. They're going to be able to body defensive backs. They're going to be good red zone threats. Jacob Page still has some good size as well, 6'1", and he can blaze. So again, they didn't bring in any 5-star wide receivers this year or whatever, but these are talented guys. And I want to know what y'all think about this, because why I don't expect these freshmen to get a lot of time this year, again, because of the depth of those first 7 guys or so that I just mentioned. There is a potential for maybe one of them to become our kick returner or punt returner. Now, I do think Dylan Edwards is another sneaky name for who could be back there on special teams. But Asad Wasim, Jacob Page, those are both guys that I think could excel in that role. But then if you're looking at the upperclassmen, I really do think Tavarish Dawson and Willie Gains and Jimmy Horn, some of those guys are going to be up for that spot in the conversation as well. Now, I'm going to make a prediction, and I want to know what y'all think. But I think Willie Gains could be that punt kickoff returner. I want to know what y'all think on that. And because I think Jimmy Horn's going to be so vitally important to the core of this offense, At least, you got to keep him off special teams. I know he won't like hearing that, but you got another guy with that quickness, shiftiness, the vision, the speed. I would love to see Willie Gains take on that responsibility. So this is my quick preview on the wide receiver room. I think if we're going to break it down by targets, here's my prediction. It's going to go Jimmy Horn, Travis Hunter, Xavier Weaver, Javon Antonio, and then Willie Gains. So that'll be the top 5. So I know Willie Gains, if you're watching this video, I know you have way loftier goals than that. Please prove me wrong, because if you're doing that, that means we're winning a lot of games. So let me know what y'all think. Again, thank you for tuning in, and as always, Sco Buffs.